Hey, Emma. You should quit your job immediately. And from tomorrow, I'm asking you to take care of my father.
What? What do you mean, quit the company? And on top of that, take care of Tom?
I just got a call from my dad. He fell and broke his dominant hand.
Broken bone? That's terrible.
He tried to take something off the shelf and fell. Dad must be getting old. And it's hard to live alone with a broken hand, right? So I want you to quit your job and take care of him.
I understand that you're concerned about Tom as well, but you can't expect me to do this all of a sudden. I don't want to quit my current job.
Huh? It's just a humble job as a clerk. You can't expect to get ahead as a woman anyway. Why don't you quit your job and take care of your father?
What?
Your husband's father is in trouble. That's what wives are for, right? Besides, my dad runs a company and he's busy. In order for him to focus on his work as much as possible, he needs someone around to take care of him.
I didn't marry you to take care of your father. Jim, if you're so worried, why don't you take care of him? You're an employee of a big company, not just a clerk. You have a solid benefit package. And you also have special leave for such occasions, don't you?
We do have vacation, but I've never seen anyone take that kind of time off. What if it affects my career? Just quit your job and take care of my dad.
Then how about at least hiring a housekeeper until his injuries heal? Tom is the president of a company. He should be able to afford to hire someone, right?
If you use your wife, it's free of charge. So why bother hiring someone when we can just use my wife? Listen up. This is a decision and a master's order. You go quit your job as soon as possible, without any nonsense from you.
Oh no.
I've informed my dad that you'll be taking care of him from now on. Then you take care of the rest. Long time no see, Emma. Did you hear from Jim about my injury?
I heard. But is your body okay? Are there any other injuries?
I guess I'm lucky. The only injury I have is a broken bone. I didn't hit my head hard, and I'm fine except for my dominant hand. I'm glad I bought a smartphone last year at your recommendation, Emma. It is easier to type with my left hand like this.
That's good.
More importantly, I heard about Jim that you're going out of your way to quit your job. As for me, that's very helpful, but I'm very sorry. Are you really okay with quitting your job over me?
It's not okay, but it's my husband's order. He told me to quit my job because I'm his wife for this kind of situation.
What do you mean, the master's order? I heard it from my son. Emma, you voluntarily quit your job, right?
I didn't say that. Just a while ago, I got a call from Jim asking me to quit my job out of the blue. Tom is having trouble making ends meet. So he told me to take care of you as your son's wife. When I didn't like it, he got mad at me.
That's totally different from what I heard from Jim. I'm sorry, Emma. I have a broken bone, but I can manage to at least live alone. It's not enough to force someone who doesn't want to quit. So don't worry.
So I don't have to quit my workplace?
Of course. Jim is totally trying to use you for his own convenience. I'm really sorry about that.
Well, actually, I just told my boss that I'm resigning just a while ago.
What? You've already conveyed your resignation?
What Jim says is absolute in our house. If you disobey his master's order, you'll get into all kinds of trouble. When I disobeyed him before, he got so angry that he stormed out of the house. So I thought I had no choice but to quit this time too.
So Jim is such a thing?
So please, don't worry about me. I'll start helping you as soon as tomorrow. If there's anything you want me to buy in advance, please let me know.
That would be very helpful for me, but I'm really sorry. That's right. Then I'll pay you well while you take care of me. I'll hire you as my housekeeper. How about that? Of course, I'll pay you a higher hourly wage.
That's a very nice offer, but I'm sure Jim won't allow you to pay me a salary. So that feeling is all I need.
Did Jim say something to you? If that's the case, you can secretly hide it in your pocket. I'll hand over the salary to you, so Jim won't know about it. So please accept it.
Are you sure you want to?
Of course I am. On top of having you quit your job all the way to come here. He's asking you to quit your job and come here and take care of his father. I think you deserve a paycheck, LOL.
Thank you very much. Well, I'll be looking forward to working with you tomorrow.
It's nice to meet you too. I know it's a hassle to take care of an old man, but thank you for taking care of me.
Jim, where are you now? Didn't you get a call from the hospital that Tom collapsed? His doctor is going to explain his condition, but it seems I can't do it alone. He says he needs you to be there too.
That's a pain in the ass, so you're on your own. Tell the doctor that the son has a job he can't just get out of.
What? Your father collapsed and you won't come running? And work? Today's Sunday. You're off, right? What are you talking about when you're just hanging around at home?
Shut up. I was just moping around on my day off when my father suddenly collapsed. I don't have time to listen to the doctor. We have to think about the future while we still can.
What do you mean by future? Don't tell me you're talking about after Tom's death. Even though he said he collapsed, but his life was not in danger.
But according to the call from the hospital, he was temporarily unconscious, right? He had a broken bone last year too, and I'm sure he doesn't have long to live, right? If that's the case, we've got to get a lot of things done as soon as possible.
That's inappropriate. He's not even dead yet.
Anyway, I'm asking you to do the rest. If my dad's health deteriorates, call me right away.
Hey, Jim! What in the world do these divorce papers mean? Tom's health finally calmed down and he came home. Why is there a signed divorce decree in the living room?
My dad's a big-hearted guy, isn't he? I never thought he'd recover from that. If he had died just like that, the whole company would be mine.
Huh?
Well, he's probably going to retire this time. Then I, his son, will be the next president. That's why I want to divorce you right now.
I don't get it. Why does divorce suddenly come up?
There's a girl I want to make Mrs. President when I become president. That's why you're in the way.
Huh? Who the hell is this girl you want to make Mrs. President? I didn't think so, but you were having an affair.
What's wrong with having an affair? My wife quit her job and you're not home at all. And her housework is not that great. She deserves to be dumped like that.
It's your fault for my quitting my job. You told me to quit my job and take care of Tom. That's the reason why I go to Tom's every day. Don't talk as if I'm playing around instead of doing housework.
We don't know if you really go to my dad's every day, do you? You're really playing around every day, aren't you? Even after my dad's broken bones heal, you still literally went to take care of him every day. I've been suspicious of you for a while.
I beg your pardon?
She healed me instead of you. I was busy with work every day, and she kindly took care of me. She is the one who deserves to be my wife. She is the one who deserves to have an affair with the president. I don't need you as my wife anymore.
You suck. That's enough. If that's the way it is, I'm divorcing you. But I'll make sure I will get my alimony. I'm going to charge you and your cheating girlfriend a ton of money.
Oh, come on. Don't be so mean. She's still in college. It's terrible to charge such a young girl so much money.
You're kidding. Your cheating girlfriend is a college girl.
Oh, how many young girls do you people have your hands on? She's rubbing off on me from over there, you know. She's a part-timer at my company. Apparently, she fell in love with me at first sight. Maybe my charm as the next president of the company has overflowed. Huh? So please don't charge her alimony. Instead, I'm going to give you the house, so you can forgive me for everything.
You're giving me this house?
I'll give you the land, the house, and everything for a share of the property and alimony for the two of us. That's still enough change for us, and I'm sure you won't complain. I was busy yesterday with all the preparations.
Your father collapsed, but you didn't rush to the hospital. I wondered what you were up to, and I didn't realize you'd been working so hard to get the divorce finalized.
This must be a bad story for you. I'll give you this house, the land, everything, and you can get a divorce.
Okay, but I'll never give it back, okay?
That's fine. I'll be the president of the company. My dad will retire, and I'll finally take over the family business and become the CEO. I'll make her the wife of the CEO, and we'll live in the lap of luxury.
I'm going to go file for divorce right away. Thank you for giving me the house and the land, even though you don't have the company anymore. I wish you and your girlfriend the best of luck.
What? No more company? What do you mean by that?
I meant exactly what I said. Your family's company has already gone under. Before Tom collapsed, he had a well-planned plan to fold up the company.
What?
And yet you're saying that I'm the next president and that you're going to make her the wife of the president. I don't know what you've been saying since a while ago. I thought you were broken from the shock of your father's collapse.
Hey, Emma, explain it to me right now. When did Dad fold up the company? Why didn't he let me take over the company? I didn't hear anything like this from my dad.
I've been taking care of Tom for a long time under your orders. And naturally, I hear stories about the company. I've heard about the company's closing for a long time. I even helped him with that if he wanted.
What? Is that so?
That's why I was going to the office every day after his fracture was healed. I was also supporting him in his company matters at Tom's request. But you just assumed that I was playing around. And to top it off, you cheated on me with a college girl. You really are a scumbag.
No. This can't be happening. I can't believe my dad was running the company into the ground. I've been working hard at this company my whole life, thinking I'd eventually become the CEO. I've been working hard at a big company, thinking I was studying to be the CEO.
But you don't know anything about Tom's company. Your parents' company's been going downhill a bit over the past few years.
Is that so?
But not to the point of rushing to fold it up. But it seems Tom has thought about it a lot. Last year's fracture was quite a shock for him. He said, "I'm not young anymore, and I want to close the company while I still have a little energy left." He chose to end the business in his own generation instead of passing it on to his son.
Well, he should consult me about such an important matter. Why did he decide on his own?
Tom tried to talk to you many times, but you didn't come to talk to him at all.
What?
Even if Tom contacted you, you said, "Call my wife about all the nursing care." You also said, "I'm busy with work, so I can't help you." I heard you treated him coldly. That's why Tom decided to fold the company without consulting you.
Ah, so that's what the persistent contact was all about.
And after he worked hard to liquidate the company, just last month your parents' family officially went bankrupt. Tom's collapse might be because he got distracted by that sense of accomplishment.
Oh no, what should I do? I never thought this would happen. I thought I could finally take over the company. I submitted my resignation to the company with great vigor.
What?
Yesterday, I got a call from the hospital that my father had fallen ill. I submitted my resignation to the company right after that. I called my girlfriend and told her that we're on the winning side now. I went to the town hall to get the divorce papers and signed them. I never thought the company would have gone under after all this preparation.
I mean, really, who the hell are you? What were you doing leaving your fallen father alone?
Oh, but wait, what? My dad was systematically folding the company, right? I mean, that's my fucking serious dad. There shouldn't be any deficits or anything debt-related like that, right? In fact, he must have left something with a good amount of money in it, right?
How could you even notice? There still have been all the real estate, cars, and other equipment you had in the company's name.
Shh. If that's all we have, we're just in time. If the car, real estate, and various other money things are still there, that's enough. I'd rather not have to go through the trouble of running a company. It's great to have so much money come in without having to go through the hassle of running a company.
Huh? Why is it already yours?
With the broken bones and the emergency hospitalization, my dad's not getting any younger. He's going to pass away soon. I'm going to inherit it as my legacy. Then it's practically like they're mine now. No, they all belong to your wife, Emma. I'm not leaving you any of them as a legacy, you stupid son of a bitch. What? I never thought my son would be such a vile person. I'm glad I gave it to Emma early. Wait a minute. You don't think my dad is... Yeah, I'm ashamed to say I'm the father of this idiot's son. Just when I thought Emma had returned home after following me all night. I can't believe you rushed back to report the divorce with the divorce papers. I'm really feeling sorry for you right now. That kind of thing doesn't matter right now. More importantly, what do you mean everything has been given to Emma? Why is it that the real estate and the car that my father had, why are you giving all the money things to someone like Emma? Of course, it's to thank her for taking care of me. She worked so hard to take care of me instead of my own son. On top of that, she consulted with me about the company and helped me with that too. What's wrong with handing over everything to her like that? No. You don't need to thank my wife for taking care of you. Even if you were to thank her, she's getting way too much. That's not for you to judge. You don't take care of your father. You don't take care of your wife. Don't you dare to interfere when all you do is chase after young women's behinds. Dad, calm down a little bit. I'm sure that's it, isn't it? The truth is, you gave up your assets because Emma threatened you, right? What? She threatened you. She wouldn't take care of you if you don't give her the assets, right? If you were told something like that when you broke your dominant hand and couldn't do anything, you would have no choice but to comply with the threat, right? Or maybe they took some kind of a hold of you during your long nursing care life. I'm appalled that you can only think like that. I'm going to cut ties with you after all. Don't worry about me at all from now on. I don't need your care or anything. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. What? My father? You can't take care of your wife. You can't take care of your father. I no longer want to think of you as my son like that. I'd be a useless father if I couldn't leave my company to my son anyway. For both our sakes, let's break up today. No, wait. You don't even have to visit me at the hospital. In fact, I'll have you banned. I'd like to punch you in the face and my blood pressure would go up. Well then, Jim, take care. Emma, I knew it. Pretend there was no divorce. I've already broken up with her. Well, not that I broke up with her, but rather, she dumped me as soon as she found out I couldn't be the president. Of course. She wouldn't want to marry an old man who doesn't even have money. I didn't want to marry you either. I don't want to start over with a cheater like you. That kind of... And I've already filed for divorce. What will me and my dad do when you're gone? My dad said he would cut me off though. If he needs care anyway, he'll have to rely on me, his only son. But I'm too busy with work to take care of him. Please, Emma, if you're so kind, you wouldn't abandon your father, would you?
Yes, Tom treated me very well, so I'll take care of Tom. Because thankfully, I got a splendid house and land from you. I'll live there with Tom.
What? My father and Emma?
I've been taking care of myself for a year, but it wasn't hard at all. Unlike you, Tom thanks me for every single household chore. He eats his meals with a smile, saying that they're delicious. With someone like that, I think I can take care of him until the end, don't I?
Yeah. You're divorcing me, but you're staying with my dad? That's impossible.
I know, from the outside, it's a weird relationship. But he's like a second father to me. And it wouldn't be weird if the relationship was employer and employee. Tom said he'll continue to pay me well.
What?
The real estate and car he gave me include my salary in advance. As expected, if I get that much, I'll be able to put more effort into taking care of him too. I'll do my best to make sure Tom has a pleasant retirement.
So, why don't I move in with you there? I promise I won't cheat on you anymore. Of course not. You have to be a trustworthy person to live under one roof. Well then, Jim, take care. Congratulations on being free from your bothersome wife and father's care. Now you can live freely and luxuriously on your own. After that, Tom's health recovered smoothly. He has been living at my house with me ever since he was discharged from the hospital. Is it because the pressure of being a company manager disappeared? Tom has been going out and enjoying his hobbies so much that he does not need nursing care anymore. Tom is so active that he goes out and enjoys his hobbies without the need for nursing care. Thanks to him, I have many hobbies too. We are getting along better than I had imagined. And what about Jim? I heard that he hurriedly asked the company to withdraw his resignation notice. However, it was already accepted and he was unable to return to work. He is now working for the company he managed to change his job. His salary has been reduced to about half of what it used to be. Moreover, he does not get along with the young female employees. Old men who don't realize that they're creepy are the creepiest. And they say a lot of things are being said behind the scenes.
Congratulations on your marriage, Luna. I wish you and my brother many years of happiness. Thank you so much, Ava. I look forward to getting to know you better from now on. You too. I'm so happy to have such a cute little sister. Let's hang out sometime. Of course. Well, may I ask you a few questions right away? I'm curious about where you graduated from and about your work. My school and company? I think we should know more about each other in order to be good friends. We haven't talked about these things yet. Oh, of course, you've heard about me, haven't you? I graduated from one of the Ivy Leagues. Yes, I've heard a lot about you from Jarvis. I heard that you were a child prodigy and that you were in the top class at the university. Oh, please, it was all normal for me. So where did you graduate from? You seem to be fluent in German, so maybe it's in Germany. I'm sorry, but it's not like what you expect. Actually, I only graduated from middle school. I didn't even go to high school, let alone university. Seriously? Middle school? You're Jarvis's sister, right? My sister-in-law didn't even go to high school? I know, it's shocking, right? I wanted to be a professional soccer player since I was little. After graduating from middle school, I was accepted to a youth club in Germany, but in the end, my dream fell apart and I'm now just an ordinary company employee. Hold on, what are you talking about? No one ever mentioned that to me before. A middle school graduate going overseas? A professional soccer player? You skipped high school to do something so reckless? Reckless or not, I was determined to make my dream come true. The US has the best women's soccer team, but it's not well known or popular yet. I thought it would be faster to go abroad to develop my skills. Oh, Jesus. Even if that's the case, going abroad right away after middle school? I can't believe you didn't even think about going to high school or university. Not only that, you failed to achieve your dream and are now working in an office. After all, you're just an undereducated middle school graduate. When you lay out the facts, I sure am. No! I can't be close to a person like that. I take back my previous statement. I don't want to be friends with you for the rest of my life. Are you okay, Luna? I've always distanced myself from uneducated people. It's always the idiots who are the loudest during class and love to belittle smart people. I can't stand them. I can't believe you're on that side. This betrayal is truly unforgivable. Betrayal? This is the worst I've expected. Listen, please, don't come near me ever. I don't want my brilliant academic background to be tarnished by some middle school graduate idiot. What the heck? Well then, goodbye. Please, don't talk to me from now on. Have you heard of it yet? My daughter and Jarvis have finally gotten married. We're a family now. I never thought I would meet you again like this. Life is full of surprises, isn't it? That's so true. I never imagined this either. I had no idea that Ava's mom was someone who took care of me all those years ago. I'm so looking forward to catching up with you. Luna always wanted a big sister since she was little. She's very fond of you. Please look after her. I would if I could. Sorry, but she despises me already. What happened? Did something go wrong between you two? It's not that something went wrong, but rather it got exposed. I told her that I didn't attend high school. Apparently, she didn't like my low educational background. She says she can't stand idiots. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. How rude of her. Don't worry, I'm used to it. I'm used to people making fun of my background. It's my own fault for choosing that path. I know it sounds like an excuse, but for Luna, her education is a status and a source of pride. She has never been good at sports or anything related to art. Ever since she realized that she had no choice but to study, she's become obsessed with it, and it's all she has. That's a great thing, isn't it? She's done exceptionally well in her studies and even graduated from an excellent university. Yes, my husband and I are of course proud of her. We hoped that going to the university of her choice would make a difference. We thought she would be a little more relaxed and would finally be able to see the world around her. In the end, we made it worse by letting her go there. Now she's obsessed with her academic achievement. She judges people based on their education. As her parents, we try to tell her otherwise, but she started saying education is everything, and anyone below me is an idiot. That's certainly getting worse. If that's the case, I'm the worst educated person in her head. I'm a middle school graduate, and I'm a loser whose dreams have been shattered. No wonder she despises me. What are you talking about? That's not true. You are far from being a loser. You're an amazing girl who has done what not many people can do. Because of you, I was saved. Saved by me? That's right. You really gave me hope, so it's devastating to hear you and Luna are at odds with each other. Leave her to me. I'll tell her how amazing you are. Come on, Luna. You need to let me inside the wedding hall now. I have the invitation with me. Why are you kicking me out? Obviously, I don't like you. I don't want an idiot like a middle school graduate at my important wedding. I'd rather you leave here right now before you ruin my day. Seriously? How would I ruin your wedding? I simply want to celebrate the marriage of my brother and you. The presence of an undereducated idiot is enough to pollute the air. Just you being in the same room ruins the occasion. Excuse me? Besides, there are only well-educated people here. All my friends graduated from the same university as me, and all my colleagues went to equally high-ranked schools. As you know, Jarvis's friends and colleagues are all elites too. You're the only disgrace here. I've never been ashamed of my low education. I'm sure everyone else here doesn't care about it. You wish! It's the same everywhere. A middle school graduate is something to be ashamed of. You try to excuse it with embellishments like I followed my dream, but a low education is a low education. You are an idiot, an embarrassment with a minimum level of education. You are a nuisance to everyone else just by being here. Luna, just get out of here. I'm the bride and I'm telling you I don't want you here. Go home now, you uneducated idiot. There's no place for imbeciles like you. Then I have to go home too. What? How long will you continue to judge people based on their academics? I can't overlook your statements as a mother. If you're like that, I'll go home with Ava too. Huh? What's my mom doing here out of the blue? I was chatting with Ava. I was wondering why I haven't seen her. When I came looking for her, she was standing outside all alone. I asked her what was going on and then read everything on the chat.
Then why are you saying you're leaving too?
That girl is the only one in our wedding who is an undereducated middle school graduate. I'm just telling her to leave before she becomes a nuisance and ruins my wedding. I'm not kicking her out for being mean. I'm doing it because I want to ensure the success of today's wedding as the bride. You're right about her being a middle school graduate. Compared to you, I guess you could say she's undereducated. But she's not an idiot. If she was, I am too. If anything, everyone here today is just a bunch of idiots.
Are you okay?
If you hate idiots so much, we should all just go home. If you're kicking Ava out, then kick out all the guests. And you can have a successful wedding with just the bride and groom.
Don't talk nonsense. Are we all idiots compared to that middle school graduate? That's hilarious. Why are you taking her side? She's unworthy of your sympathy.
Unworthy?
You're much better than anyone else, and I admire you. You graduated from the same university just like me. You've been working hard since you were young and have worked all over the world. You're the woman I admire and the mother figure I aspire to be. How can someone like you be dumber than that middle school graduate?
She's the reason I've become someone you can look up to. I was able to keep working hard because of her.
How?
It sounds great and cool when you say you're working overseas, but when you actually do, it's just hard and painful every day. Work doesn't go the way you want it to, and you're so stressed out that you can't even eat. But there was a young girl who just graduated from middle school in a foreign country, and she was doing her best. Seeing her up close and personal was what kept me going until today.
Mom?
Ava is not the kind of girl you can make fun of. The girl who was my inspiration during my overseas assignment. How dare you say she's not worth my sympathy?
Wait, calm down, Mom. Did you two meet abroad before?
We did. She joined a youth club in Germany, and I was working there at the same time. Even though I studied German, I couldn't get used to the language, and the work was not going well. I was so trapped that I was thinking about quitting my job. But then I found her, who was working hard with determination.
Oh, wow. Really?
She was exceptional. Even though she couldn't understand the language, she put everything into her play. No matter how far from the goal, she always managed to twist the air with a single shoot. Those powerful, beautiful shoots. I still remember them.
Was she a good player?
I approached her and we got to know each other bit by bit. I cheered for her at her games, after work, and sometimes took her to dinner. She was like a comrade working hard in a foreign country. She was truly my rock, giving me emotional support.
Were you that close? You've never told me there was such a girl.
Parents have to be strong in front of their children. There was no way I could tell you I had a hard time at work and was comforted by a 16-year-old girl.
Well, that may be true, but...
Ava tells people that she failed to achieve her dream, but that's not true at all. She made her dream come true.
What? Really?
After graduating from middle school, she was accepted to join a German youth team, and she managed to become a core member. She made her dream come true on her own. If it weren't for the accident, she would have been even more successful. She returned home because of her injury.
I had no idea.
I can't consider someone who has given her all as an idiot. On the contrary, I wonder if there is anyone here who can do what she did. She couldn't even speak good German. She was just a teenager back then. She was alone in a foreign country, and she played professionally for years. I wonder how many people here can do that.
Well, let's see.
If you can't do the same, you're no better than her. You, me, and everyone else here is dumber than her. If you really want to dismiss her as an uneducated idiot, do it after you've done something better than her. If you can't do that, then don't make fun of her.
Mom, I guess I misunderstood a lot of things about her.
Misunderstood? What you've been doing is just plain foolish. Judging someone based on her education alone and not trying to know anything about her? Even though you're my daughter, you disgust me to the core. A wedding of such a bride is so unpleasant that I'm leaving now. Are you serious? Don't you want to see me walk down the aisle in a white dress? Putting a dress on a fool is like giving pearls to a pig. Bye now. Please leave me alone until my anger subsides. I'm really sorry my daughter was so rude today. No, I was touched by you defending me. Please don't apologize. You know, I was truly inspired by your soccer and it gave me courage back then. That's why I really can't forgive her for what she did today. I still can't get rid of my irritation. It's times like this I just want to see your nice shoot. So, will you come and watch it next time? I'm volunteering as a coach for a kids team right now. Sometimes I play amongst them. I'm shooting goals regardless, so please come and watch. Really? Of course, I'll be there. I'd love to see you cheer for us, just like you did back then. To tell you the truth, I loved your cheering. You can count on me. You know, a successful career woman has a big voice. I'll be there, cheering for you at the top of my lungs. What a disaster! You ruined my wedding. It's unheard of for the bride's mother to leave. What on earth are you going to do about it? I only left because you asked me to. Charlotte decided to follow me on her own. You're wrong to blame me. Shut up! Besides, if you knew my mom, why didn't you tell me? Why did you keep it a secret? I wasn't sure if I could say I knew her. We didn't exchange contact back then, and it was truly an unexpected reunion. I remember her from back then, but it was 15 years ago. But it made me so happy to see her get angry at you on my behalf. Let me just warn you, don't get carried away. Although my mom defended you, you're still a middle school graduate after all. To me, you're nothing but an uneducated idiot. Well, my educational background is a fact. You don't even work for a big company like me. You're just an uneducated loser. Wait, if you work for a big company, you're a winner? Then I'm a winner. What? You know, I'm working for a big sports brand because of my experience. I'm even promoted to director now. I've been sent all over the world, just like Charlotte back then. You're a director? You? An undereducated person is as a director? That can't be true. Even though I graduated from one of the best universities, I'm still at an assistant level. Oh really? You're still an assistant. I was already a manager when I was your age. You're kidding me! I assumed you were already at that level, but you're not. You're quite slow in your career advancement. How dare you? Don't be pretentious just because you're moving up the ladder faster than me. It's not that you're superior because you have a higher position or anything. Oh, is that so? You care about your educational background but not your job title. Why is that? Because it's a job title and education are two different things. Educational background is strictly about education. It's something that is evaluated based on academic achievements. And job position, which is evaluated solely based on job performance, is a different matter altogether. You do know what you're talking about. Educational background is just a background after all. Only academic achievements are evaluated, but they don't necessarily reflect the overall evaluation of a person. You do understand that. Oh, well... You just said so yourself, didn't you? Job title and educational background are two different things. You said that education is just one title. I mean, you understand that, don't you? Then stop making fun of me just because I only graduated from middle school. Educational background is just a title. That alone is no reason to make fun of me. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's a volunteer day, so I'm busy. Luna got a message from my brother. I respect your diligence, but please stop looking down on people because of their educational background. It's embarrassing. He gave her an ultimatum by saying, if you make fun of my sister again, I'll divorce you. When she tried to talk to her parents about it, they told her, we don't want to see your face for a while." She was thrown out of their house. She frustratingly thought, what is it with everyone fawning over her just because she's good at soccer? Then she joined her company's futsal club to vent her frustration. However, she fell and broke both legs during the game. While she's recuperating at home now, she hears that her peers are moving up the ranks. She spends her days looking pale and troubled. By the way, Charlotte and I have been meeting up regularly. Sometimes she comes to cheer my team at our matches. She gives nothing but uplifting support that even the kids are growing fond of her.
I've had enough of this. I can't take this. What? What's going on all of a sudden? Your mother came to our house again today, and as usual without an appointment. I've had enough of this. What? My mom came again today? Every weekend. That's enough. You won't be home this weekend on a business trip. I thought I could rest at home by myself for the first time in a while, but your mother came again today. She says she doesn't mind if you're not home. Mom really loves our house, doesn't she? She says so too. You shouldn't care about her so much. Take it easy and rest as if my mom is not there. No way, I can't do that. Don't be silly. Really? I don't care if she's home. I do. After all, your mother is a stranger to me. She's your mother. It's impossible to tell me not to care. Is that so? Isn't it just you caring too much? Anyway, don't let her visit without an appointment anymore, or rather tell her not to come to our house again. I need a weekend off too. Oh, come on. Don't say such cold things. That's too much to say to my mom. What about? My dad passed away last year and she's all alone. There wasn't much of an inheritance left to her. She can't even go on a vacation to refresh. You should understand that she wants to spend her weekends with her family. Then you can go to your parents' house every weekend. If your mom is that important to you, why don't you go to your parents' house and let her spoil you as much as you want? Hallie, you really don't understand anything. Huh? Mom stays at home alone all the time. If you don't get out of the house once in a while, you just become a shut-in. That's why it's best for her to come over to our house to refresh herself. I think it's best if she comes to our house to refresh herself. So what about my refreshing? It's been a year since your father passed away. Your mother has been visiting us every weekend. I've reached my limit. I don't care what your limits are. You're a grown-up, you know. You can take care of your own moves, can't you? Huh? At least refresh yourself. Do something about it yourself. I've got an early start tomorrow, so I'll see you later. Don't text me boring things while I'm on a business trip. Hello, Allie. It's been a while. Yes, it's been a while, Miley. Sorry for visiting suddenly and continuously. I would like to ask you a few questions. Do you have a time now? I'm fine, but what happened? I know it's not the right way to ask this, but are you sure you don't mind living with my mother? If you don't like it even a little bit, you should say no. What? You're saying that I want to live with her? That's the reaction. I guess you haven't heard anything about it. What do you mean? Ted hasn't told me anything about living together. Of course, I haven't heard from my mother-in-law either. The other day I received a call from my mother. I've decided to live with Ted and his wife from now on. She said she'd let you know too, just in case. What? I was wondering, so I contacted Ted, but he said that it was my role to fulfill my mother's wishes. And when I asked him if he agreed with them, he just said shut up and shut up. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. About living with my mother-in-law? I haven't heard anything about it. I knew it. I'm glad I was worried and contacted you. Well, if you're going to question my brother, I think it's best to do it as soon as possible. I went to my parents' house the other day and found that most of their belongings had been disposed of. What? Is that so? I had to run a few errands, so I stopped by my parents' house. I found that most of their stuff had already been disposed of. I asked my mother about it, and she told me that they were already moving some stuff out to Ted's house. Wait a minute. You know, my husband told me the other day I'll turn an unused room into my study. I'm going to put my work stuff in there, so don't ever go in there. I think that's probably where my mother's personal belongings are brought in. Disgusting. What the hell is this? If he wants to live with her, he should persuade me openly. He probably thought he'd be turned down if he asked to live with her. So once and for all, so he decided to just go ahead and ask you to live with her by force. Of course I would refuse. I'm even having trouble with Ted being a mama's boy. That's why it would be hell living with her. I'm really sorry about my mom and brother already. Even as an adult, he's still a mama's boy. His behavior is just embarrassing for me. He is probably causing more trouble for you more than I can imagine. I'm disgusted by how mama's boy he is. Before marriage, he hid it so well. I was surprised to see how much he changed after marriage. What? Was that so? But I was already married. I told myself that even though he's a mama's boy, I love the way he takes care of his parents. I've been quiet about it, but treating his wife sloppily is another story. As expected, this time has gone too far. I have no words to reply. I'm really at my limit. I won't be quiet anymore. Does that mean you're considering divorce? I guess so. I mean, that's all I can think of. Allie, I have a favor to ask you. If you are getting a divorce, would you let me know? I also want to cut off my relationship with my brother at the same time. What? Miley, are you going to cut off your relationship with Ted? I've been thinking about this for many years. My mother loves Ted since I was little. She doted on him all the time and raised him as her favorite. Basically, I've been left alone and I have no sympathy for them anymore. I see. Even so, I still thought of them as family and interacted with them in a certain way. Actually, I was also discriminated against too much. As expected, I was thinking about cutting ties because it was the limit. You've been through a lot too. Okay, I get it. I'll be sure to let you know when I'm divorcing. I have some after-divorce preparations to do. It might be a while. Thank you. Any time would be fine. Go ahead and get divorced whenever convenient for you. Let's both of us get away from those two together. Hey, Ted, open the door. You woke me up suddenly, and what is it all of a sudden? Why are you kicking me out of the house just because your mother is here?
What are you talking about? This is what you wanted.
What?
You know, you always hated it when Mom made unannounced visits. You said you can't rest. You always complained to me, right?
Yes, I did. So what?
I went out of the way to wake you up and kicked you out because you said so. Now you can go out and freshen up.
Huh?
You say you can't relax with my mom being at home. Then you should just get out of the house and the problem will be solved.
Don't be silly. This is our house. Yet you let your mother in the house without notice. Instead, you kick your wife out of the house. I've never heard of anything like this.
Shut up. Anyway, you go kill some time somewhere until my mom leaves. We'll both be home relaxing.
Somewhere? I'm still in my loungewear. It's my day off and I'm trying to sleep in and suddenly I'm being woken up. I'm not even wearing makeup. Where am I supposed to go?
I gave you a wallet and a phone. That's all you need, right?
Huh?
I mean, your outfit and your face, nobody's looking at you. You're an old woman, but you're so self-conscious.
Terrible. How can you say that about your own wife?
What are you talking about? As a husband, I'm thinking about you. This is for both of us.
What?
I want to stay home and rest. Mom wants to spend time with me. And you want to refreshen yourself, right? It's quicker if you leave the house. Don't interrupt me and my mom's time. You go kill time somewhere until she leaves.
I'm going to my parents' home.
Huh?
I'm telling you, I'm never coming back. Go ahead, have as much fun with your mom as you want.
Hey, what are you talking about? What do you mean you're going to your parents' home?
I said I'm never coming back. Of course, I meant divorce.
What? Divorce?
I'm serious. I'll send you the divorce papers when things settle down.
Huh?
Now no one will interrupt your time with your mom. Good for you, you mama's boy.
Whoa, wait a minute. Divorce is a lie, isn't it? You're just kidding, right? You're just frustrated because I kicked you out of the bed.
I'm serious. Besides, you said that a grown-up should take care of your own mood. The only way for me to be in a good mood is to get a divorce. What? And I know that you guys are planning to live together without telling me. You brought your mother's stuff into the house without permission. I saw your study room. Oh, you entered the room without asking me? Even if it's family, it's terrible to enter without permission. What about your mother? She's always coming into our house without permission and without an appointment. Then your mother is terrible too. Of course, my mom is okay to do so. Not of course. What a mama's boy husband you are. Saying mom this, mom that until the end. I'm so sick of you. If you love your mommy so much, spend the rest of your life alone with her. I've decided I'm never coming back to you again. Miley, I'm sorry for coming suddenly. I finally decided to divorce him. Really? At last, for the sake of your non-appointment mother, he kicked me out of the house, almost in my sleep. He told me not to interrupt his time with Mom. What? This is unacceptable. So I'm going to my parents' home. You can't be serious. He did such a terrible thing. Allie, I'm coming to get you right now. You were kicked out in your sleep, weren't you? I'll be responsible for taking you back to your parents' house. Oh, really? That's a huge help. Of course. I'm really sorry for my mother and brother until the end. It's okay, Miley. Don't apologize. I'm going to the convenience store near the house. I'll meet you there. I have something to give you. I'm so glad you're coming to pick me up. What? Do you have something for me? I got something nice for you. I'll show you later. I'll be waiting for you at the convenience store.
Hey, Allie. I sent my mom home for now. This is enough. I'm begging you. Please come back.
Oh? Have you had enough time with your beloved mom?
Don't be so mean. Just as I thought. I was terrible that I kicked you out after just waking up. I was being too much. I'm sorry.
It's too late to apologize now. I'm not going to change my mind about the divorce. And of course, I'll get my share of the property.
Oh no, you're lying. Please don't tell me you're divorcing me.
There's nothing to be depressed about. It seems your mom is important more than your wife. You will lose only your bothered wife and your division of property. Well, you have a large inheritance from your father, so that it won't hurt you, though.
Hey, what are you saying all of a sudden? I'm telling you, Dad left very little inheritance. Even you know I didn't inherit much either.
Oh, you didn't inherit much? Didn't you get $300,000 in cash?
What?
You inherited that much money. How can you say such a thing? You disrespect your wife, you kick her out. To top it all off, you lie under your breath. You really are the worst kind of man.
Hey, wait a minute. What are you talking about? $300,000 in cash? What are you talking about all of a sudden?
I saw your mother-in-law's stuff in the study, and the bank book that was hidden with it.
What?
Just before your father passed away, you dispersed and hid most of your inheritance in your own accounts. The amount totals $300,000. I know everything.
What?
You can't get away with this. I have a photocopy of the bank book for proof.
Don't be silly. Why did you look without permission? There's no way you look at your husband's bank book without permission.
Why are you so angry? Inherited property is not subject to division of property. The divorcing wife doesn't get the inheritance, so it doesn't matter. They don't want their spouses to be dazzled by large sums of money. It's common to hear that many people hide inherited legacies.
It's not like that. I can't believe you look at it without asking me. Taking pictures as evidence is just terrible.
Ah, I see. You're worried that Miley will get the evidence.
What?
That's right. Because Miley is the heiress too. You guys are misrepresenting their heritage.
Hey, what are you talking about?
I heard it all from Miley. He told her that there's not much left of the inheritance. There's not much left over and only gave her tens of thousands of dollars.
What?
But Miley told me her father had asked her to do it before he died. I left a good amount of the inheritance. Don't let your mother and brother waste money. And told her to look after them.
My dad said that?
And yet you told her we had inherited only tens of thousands of dollars. You must have hidden the inheritance. Miley seems to have been looking for it all alone.
Oh, wait a minute. I was going to tell my sister about this, so please, don't tell Miley anything. And don't send a copy of the bank book or anything to her or anyone else.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've already given the evidence to Miley long ago.
What?
Because when I was kicked out of the house in my nightgown, Miley was so dashing to come to the rescue. I should be thanking her accordingly. It's only natural for a mature adult like this.
You've got to be kidding me. What the hell did you do to me?
Huh? That's Miley's line. What in the world did you and your mother do to her? How could your whole family betray her?
Oh, no, it's...
I'm sure Miley will sue you sooner or later, but before that, please divorce me.
What? Wait a minute, hey! I'm going to be sued by my sister?
Just wait and see with your favorite mommy. See you later. My divorce went through without a hitch, and I'm spending my time relaxing at home. On the other hand, Ted and his mother, after that, Miley relied on lawyers and others to search, and as a result, Ted and his mother have misrepresented all of their inheritance, including land as well as $300,000 in cash. Then, with their lawyer present, the official share was decided to be distributed. Later, Ted and his mother were investigated by the tax office on suspicion of inheritance tax evasion. Even though they redistributed the money, they intentionally misled the taxpayers about the inheritance tax. I heard that they also had to pay additional tax for the penalty. I guess this kind of thing is always found out. I have been contacting Miley regularly since then. I heard that she also moved out and changed her contact information immediately after she insulated herself from them. It seems that she was able to completely escape from them.
You should immediately divorce Mason. I'm his wife from now on. What? Get the divorce papers today, and after you sign it, pack up your stuff and leave. I will move into the mansion right after that. Excuse me? Who are you? Why are you suddenly asking me to divorce my husband? Oh, don't you recognize me? I used to treat you so well in middle school. Huh? Did you treat me nicely? That's right. I was the pusher and you were the golfer. Don't you remember? Don't you remember how fast you ran to get me the cream buns? I still remember how delicious they were. Are you Naira by any chance? What took you so long to recall? You're still as dull as ever, aren't you? We lost touch after graduation. And why are you contacting me now? And why are you asking me to divorce my husband? Because I'm dating your husband. That's why I'm marrying him. You are nothing but a pain in my ass, and you must leave immediately. Are you dating my husband? Are you saying Mason was having an affair with you? Oh, based on your reaction, I assume you were aware of him cheating on you. Not bad for someone as dull as you. Anyone would have noticed. If someone had acted so boldly to inform the entire world about the affair. I'm constantly noticing women's earrings and lipsticks in my husband's car. They were clearly in places you wanted me to notice. Haha, they're all mine, so give them back to me later. I wasn't sure whether I should hire a private investigator to find out who he was having an affair with. But I didn't expect that person to come forward. And that person turned out to be a middle school classmate of mine. Did you know he was my husband? And you purposefully stole him from me? Of course. I heard you live an elegant life with your husband, the company's CEO. I took him away from you because I was disgusted that an introverted golfer could live such an elegant life. What? Are you saying that my husband is a CEO? I'll take your place as his wife. He's already crazy about me. If you get it, divorce him immediately. Well, before I do that, I'd like to confirm something. Do you realize what you're getting yourself into, Naira? You have to pay for the damage done if you force me to divorce him in this manner. Huh? Don't tell me you're not going to pay me because I'm an ex-golfer. There's no way I'd do something so lame. I have the money ready for you. I will pay you $37,000 in cash.
What? Are you going to pay me that much?
It's a small price to pay to have the company CEO as my husband. I gathered together all of my resources. Divorce your CEO husband and I will give you $37,000.
But he's unemployed though.
What?
And yet, are you willing to pay me so much? That would make me very happy.
What are you talking about? How can Mason be unemployed? He is the company's CEO. Don't say such nonsense.
But it's true.
I made sure of it. Your husband is the CEO. You're just trying to get me to give up by saying random things. But you won't fool me like that. I will give you money, just get a divorce and go away.
Hey Mason, you're having an affair with me behind my back, aren't you? With a woman named Naira.
What? How did you find out?
She contacted me directly just now. She wants me to divorce you and pay me money for it. She wants to marry you as soon as possible.
What? Did Naira say that?
She seems pretty serious. She promised me to pay $37,000 if I divorced you.
Did she save up such a large sum of money for me? What a lovely woman. I can't believe she got to such trouble to marry me. She must be the woman of my dreams.
Huh?
Myla, break up with me right now. I'm going to marry Naira. I want to respond her feelings too.
You appear to be overjoyed, don't you? Well, fine. I will divorce you, but you will pay what you owe me. She's already prepared to pay me what she owes me.
Of course I am. Well, I'm gonna go get the divorce papers, and we will discuss it tonight. I will pay you whatever I owe you, and you can forget and leave me. Hey, what's going on? Mason is truly unemployed.
I told you so. Mason hasn't worked in over 2 years. He went through a restructuring and hasn't worked since.
He's been out of work for 2 years?
I'm earning a decent amount of money. We discussed it, and he decided to be a stay-at-home dad.
But everyone refers to him as CEO.
What?
Wow, I get it. He's temporarily unemployed now. They say being CEO is hard work. It's a refreshment period, right?
Refreshing period?
That's why he's unemployed and stay-at-home dad. Just for now, yeah, just for now. We see similar things on social networking sites from time to time. There are cocky business owners who claim to have sold their company and proudly declare that they are currently unemployed.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. And I see a lot of other entrepreneurs making similar comments in the comment section. Comments such as, I'll be waiting for you at my company, or let's start something new. Am I correct?
I bet he's the same. He must be tired of being the CEO and making all the money. That's why he's enjoying being a household husband. To put it another way, there's nothing wrong with being unemployed right now. I contacted you because I was desperate.
Oh well.
You'll see. I'm already married to him. I'm going to show you my lavish, newlywed celebrity life. Look! We'll be living in his luxury condo from today. The view is spectacular. I knew he was the former CEO. I can't believe this incredible view of the winners will be mine.
What? Did you two move to such an amazing place?
You can even live in a luxury condo if you are employed but have assets. What do you say? You must be jealous.
Don't tell me Mason is paying the rent for the condo.
That's right. He pays $15,000 a month in rent.
That much?
But he can afford it. I'm sure he made a lot of money from the sale of his business. It's a dream come true to live in a place like this forever. I knew I was right to take him away from you. I can recover the $37,000 that I paid you in 3 months. Thank you once again for handing me over your wonderful celebrity husband. With his vast assets, I intend to live my life as a winner. He doesn't have any more savings. What? I checked. When I divorced him, he paid me what he owes me using his assets. In other words, I took all our savings. So his only assets were his savings from his single years. I caught a glimpse of it at the time. It had to be exactly $15,000. What? Only $15,000? That's exactly 1 month's rent. You will have to leave before you can get your money back. What are you talking about? He's an ex-CEO. His savings can be that low. Hold on a second. Did you confiscate all his money? You did take away his vast assets as compensation, didn't you? There's no way I could have charged him a ridiculous amount of money. Come on, you've got to realize that Mason wasn't CEO. I've always wondered what makes you think that way. I've told you repeatedly that Mason is not the CEO. He's definitely CEO. That's what his friends say. Huh? His friends? That's right. I happen to know Mason's friend. And we were having a drink together. He told me that his friend is a CEO. That's why I asked him to put me in touch with Mason. What? The friend that you mentioned, was he Mason's friend from middle school? How did you guess? I heard that they were classmates in middle school. They were in the same club and were pretty close. Well, I don't want you to be shocked. Mason is called CEO because that's his nickname. What? He is not referred to as CEO because he runs the company. It's just his nickname in the middle school was CEO. Even as an adult, he is still referred to by the same nickname. Excuse me? A nickname? Mason is slim now, but he was fat when he was in school. Maybe that's why he looks so mature for his age. And because his parents were wealthy, he received more allowance than the other kids. That's why they called him CEO. No way! That's impossible! Do you think I would make such a ridiculous mistake? Yes, I do. You've been mistaken for quite some time. No. This is impossible. We even moved into a luxury condo. Why don't you go check Mason's savings account? Or better yet, ask him directly. Then you will know the truth. This can't be happening. Naira smacked me so hard. I've never been hit by my parents. I'm so sorry. I heard Naira had it all wrong. At least you should let your pretty wife take it out on you. You got to be kidding. I didn't lie at all. She had made a mistake on her own. And then she calls me a liar? That's terrible. But you did something to make her think you were lying too. How did you manage to rent a condo for $15,000 with a little money in savings and status of unemployed? That's because I worked really hard to get it from the realtor. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to rent it at first, but Naira said I could do it. And she was ecstatic from the first time we went viewing. I really wanted to rent it for her as a man, so I begged the real estate agent to rent it to me. Do you mean you got the apartment because you pleaded with a realtor? I got down on my knees and begged. I also made a written promise to leave as soon as I couldn't pay the rent. What? Did you really make that kind of promise? Because they said they wouldn't rent it to me if I didn't write it. After all, you know what they say about having your back to the wall. When men are concerned, they become more motivated. So I thought if I live in such a nice condo, I'd probably get a job. No way. They said, good shoes take you to the right place. So I thought if I live in a nice place, it will lead me to a good job.
Did you find a good paying job as a result?
Not at all. And everyone who sees my resume treat me like a liar. They claim that this shady work history and address do not much. They stated that they cannot hire people who make up story with such brazenness because they are untrustworthy.
Your address is in a prestigious residential neighborhood, so I'm sure it has a negative effect. Well, good luck with your relocation. I'm sure the realtor will have it out of in no time.
I want my money back now. My $37? Return it all right away.
I don't want to do that. Why should I give it back?
It's normal to return it. It was all my mistake. I paid for it because I thought I could marry the CEO, but he turned out to be unemployed. This makes my payment meaningless.
Cheating is cheating, even if it's just a misunderstanding. It's a fact that you had an affair with my husband, and I did as you asked and divorced him. So I'm not going to give you the money back.
Don't be silly. Don't be saucy, your ex-golfer. If I say I want it back, you will give it back. If you insist on refusing, I will hurt you.
I don't like pain.
You remember my brother, don't you? He was a famous local punk. I'm going to ask him to beat the shit out of you. I will beat the hell out of you if you don't pay back the money.
You haven't changed, Naira. You mentioned your proud big brother so quickly. You made me be your golfer in middle school like that too.
Huh? You too haven't changed, have you? You nerdy introvert. You're still a plain, low-key girl. That's why your husband was unemployed.
That's probably true. But I've been trying in my own way. I am no longer the one who is silently pushed around like I was in middle school.
Huh? Are you attempting to defy me?
Even if you're a quiet person, if you work hard and diligently, you will gain positions. If you want to beat me up, do whatever you want. But don't regret it. If I do, your brother will be fired immediately.
What?
As the CEO of his workplace, I will fire him immediately. If you're ready for that, bring it on.
What? Wait a minute. Are you the CEO of my brother's workplace?
I took over my family's auto repair business. Your brother is an employee there. It's a friendly place to work. I talk to him a lot.
Really?
He told me about his marriage the other day. Isn't your favorite brother getting married soon? He's finally getting married to his longtime girlfriend. I remember he was very excited and told me about it.
No way. I can't believe you knew about my brother's wedding.
You wanted to get married because your favorite brother was getting married too, right? But it was far too difficult to find a boyfriend from zero. So you were planning on stealing a nice girl from a quiet girl and marrying him.
Oh, no, I mean...
But I still feel sorry for your poor brother. He's not a punk anymore. He's working hard, and he's about to get married. He said that he was going to make a lot of money and have a beautiful wedding. He wants to build a house for his wife too. But he can't do all of that if he gets fired from my company.
Wait, stop. I won't beat you up. I won't do anything, so don't fire my brother. I mean, don't tell my brother anything about me.
I don't know if that's possible, because I can't make sense to you.
What?
Because you cheated on me with my husband. Now you want me to pay you back? Even though I said I didn't want to do it, you insisted. In this situation, we have no choice but to involve a third party. I'm going to have to get your family to listen to what I have to say.
Oh no, stop it! Stop it!
We'll never get anywhere if it's just two of us. Let your brother decide who is correct.
If he says I should pay back the money, I will. Really, don't do that. You don't have to pay back the money anymore. I will give you $37,000. I will never ask for it back. So please, don't say anything to my brother. Sorry, I have to get back to work now. I think my lunch break is over already. Oh no, wait. Oh, it looks like your brother's going on his break. Since I'm here, I will go ask him now. Oh no, please don't do that. Naira was then yelled at by her brother, who had heard what had happened. He smacked her with all his might, and with a swollen face, she came to me in tears, kneeled, and apologized. When she was kicked out of her parents' home, his favorite brother told her, "Don't even return to your hometown. I've contacted every single one of my guys. I told them to kick you out if they find you." And all the pen power she was so proud of backfired on her. As for Mason, her ex-husband, he was unable to find a job. He finally ended up homeless. He's been living in a nearby park because he can get his mind off his life in a luxury condo. However, he has received numerous complaints from condo residents, and people frequently report him to the cops.
Hey, Chloe, what's with you at the party tonight? Are you satisfied with humiliating me, huh?
What? What are you talking about?
Huh? I am talking about tonight's party. I invited you as my fiancé.
Yes, but did I do something to offend you? I greeted people around me as usual, and I was very polite. I don't think I did anything to embarrass you.
Huh? You should look at your own face in the mirror before you say that. You have the ugliest face among the attendees. How can you say you didn't embarrass me?
What?
You're my fiancé, so you'd better care more about your appearance. Otherwise, you'll be degrading me, you know. I'm the next heir to Phillips Publishing. If word gets out that I have an ugly fiancé, I'm sure the company's performance and stock price would go down badly.
There's no way the company would be affected by that. Besides, I had my dress and makeup done by a professional. I took care of my appearance very well. I don't want to be called ugly for that.
Shut up, skank. You're my fiancé, so stop interrupting me.
What?
No matter how many pros try to change you, if the original ugly face is too ugly, it's meaningless. Didn't you think about that?
Hey, Tom, you've been too harsh on me. You always call me ugly, but today it's too much.
I'm saying that for your own good. You're my fiancé, decided by my parents. You're going to be the wife of the president of Phillips Publishing. I want you to be a woman of dignity.
Excuse me?
There were celebrities at the party yesterday, so your ugliness was even more noticeable. Take a look around you and learn from them. I want you to be the kind of woman that'll be fit to stand next to me.
Hey, Chloe, what in the world is going on? I never thought I'd see you again at work. You gave me a huge surprise. What, Mary? I never thought I'd meet my friend from college like this. And with a handsome guy by her side. Who was that? You have to tell me everything. Wait a minute. Where did we meet, Mary? A handsome guy by my side? When did that happen? Are you serious? You were at my workplace last night. The party venue last night. I work there. Oh, really? It was a big party. I had to rush out on my day off. Then I found out that one of my friends from college was at the party. That alone was a surprise, but she even had a guy with her. I was so stunned that I broke a glass. Really? Sorry to hear that. So, what's going on? Last night's party was for the anniversary of the founding of a big company. Why were you there? Actually, my fiancé was invited to the party last night. We have a business relationship with a company that hosted the party. It's an unspoken rule that you must be accompanied by your wife or fiancé, so I was there. What? Wait, what's that? You already have a fiancé? And your fiancé is the kind of person who gets invited to parties at big companies? What kind of person are you dating? It's just that we're already engaged. The engagement was decided when we were little, by our parents and grandparents. My fiancé is the heir to the next president of the company. That's why I was invited to the party last night. What? Really? I've never heard of that before. We were always together in college, and you never told me a word about that. Sorry about that. It's rare nowadays to have a fiancé by parental arrangement, you know. That's why I was always teased about it when I was little. That's why I haven't told many people. But we were the closest of friends in college, or like best friends. Yeah, we were together from morning till night. We took all the same classes, had all the same clubs, right? Yeah. And yet, it's terrible to keep this kind of celebrity opportunity secret from me. What? Celebrity opportunity? I was surprised to see you again, but I'm sure it's fate. It was a really nice reunion last night. Thank you so much. Chloe, long time no see. I have something important to tell you. I haven't seen you since the other day. What's up? Actually, I'm getting married. You're getting married? Congratulations. Thank you. Does that mean you were already seeing someone when you contacted me the other day? You didn't say anything about that. I'm so surprised. Well, actually, I didn't even have a boyfriend at that time. In fact, I was totally wiped out at all the blind dates and marriage activity parties. It was exactly the time when I was starving for a man. Really? Then you found someone to go out with after that, and then you decided to get married? That's a very fast marriage. Actually, I had a baby with him right after we started dating. When I asked him to marry me, he said, as a man, I'll take responsibility. A child? Oh, it's a shotgun marriage. Yeah. Well, it seems he was thinking about marrying me too. I think we would have gotten married sooner or later. Wonderful. I'm really happy for you. It makes me so happy. If you're gonna have a wedding, I'll definitely attend. Thank you. I'd love it if you could come, but I'm not into inviting his ex-girlfriend to the wedding. What? Ex-girlfriend? Actually, here's what I really wanted to tell you. I'm getting married to your fiancé. My fiancé? That's right, with your fiancé, Tom. Even if the arrangement was only decided between your parents, it's true that you were engaged, which makes you his ex-girlfriend. So, I'm sorry, but I can't invite you to our wedding. In fact, please don't come at all. Wait a minute. What? What do you mean you're getting married to Tom? Hey, how did this happen? I told you, I'm pregnant with his child. After seeing you again the other day, I somehow got Tom's contact information. Then, I made a big move on him, and we started going out. And now, we're having a baby. What? What do you mean? You made a big move? You stole my fiancé from me on purpose? That's what you call looting. I made a move on Tom thinking that he would not like me back. But this one easily fell in love with me. It's easier than I thought to steal a friend's fiancé. In the blink of an eye, I was in the running for the throne. No. Why are you stealing your friend's fiancé? Mary, what the hell do you want? Don't you get it? I want to be rich and marry a celebrity. I just want to become a celebrity wife and live a life of elegance. It's every woman's dream. What's that? You stole your friend's fiancé for a stupid reason like that? We were best friends in college. How could you take my fiancé away from me? I took him away from you because we were so close. We were such good friends. It pisses me off that you're the only one becoming a celebrity wife and having a winning life. What? Your good friend was very sad because she can't even get a boyfriend. And yet you just go to a fancy party like that, and you almost became a celebrity wife. I just can't let that go. That's why I took him away from you. What's wrong with that? It's all wrong. This is ridiculous. You didn't even apologize to me. Because I don't feel bad at all. He also says he'd rather have a beautiful lady than marry an ugly lady like you. Huh? You could have been a celebrity wife. With the help of your parents, you were so close in becoming a winner in life. But, oh no, it's all gone. Hey, Mary, I had enough. How can you act like that without even saying sorry to your friend? Shut up, you loser. My future as a celebrity wife is more important than my friends. That's why I don't care what you say anymore. I got the handsome heir to a company. I'm the one who will become a celebrity wife, not you. I'm the official heir, though. What? I'm sorry to interrupt your delusions. I can't be with you any longer, so I'll be brief. The man you married, Tom, is a self-proclaimed rich guy. I'm the official heir to Phillips Publishing, and Tom will have no authority or title once he breaks off the engagement with me. What? Oh, but he does have one title, Worst Cheating Bastard. So again, congratulations on your engagement to Tom. I'll take care of the rest over here and call off the engagement. I wish you and your lousy cheater a long and happy life together. Wait a minute. What do you mean Tom's the self-proclaimed rich guy and you're the official heir? Explain to me. What the hell is going on? I guess you haven't heard anything about it. Phillips Publishing is the company they say Tom is the successor to. That's the company my parents run. I'm the only child of the boss and his wife. Tom is a distant relative of my parents. What? You're the daughter? Yes, you are right. Well, it's not a big company and it's not that famous. But Phillips Publishing was started by the founder's grandparents. And my grandfather's and father's generation, we've been growing and growing. Because of that, the grandfather had a lot of power. He was so powerful that he would never allow a woman to take over the company. That's why I wasn't a candidate for the next heir. So Tom was chosen? Yeah, that's right. My parents didn't want to have children or adopt children for the company, so they thought it would be a good idea to have a relative as their son-in-law. So Tom and I got engaged. What? And since then, Tom has been treated as the next heir. He's been working for our company since he graduated from college. But he can't be the next heir if he cheated on me and broke off the engagement. He's automatically disqualified as a next heir. No way! Then what about my celebrity wife plan? That's the whole reason I'm marrying Tom, the next president of the company. Oh no, all your plans, efforts, pregnancies, it's all gone to waste. But if he wants to marry you, why don't you just get married as planned? No, that's not true. It's not what I have planned on at all. Well then, be well with Tom. Our friendship is over. Don't ever contact me again.
Hey, this is a lie. You're joking about me not being able to take over the company.
Huh?
I got a call from your parents just now. They said that since the engagement is off, they're going to drop the whole heir thing too. They said you're just a relative's kid now. Hey, am I really not going to be the heir to Phillips Publishing?
Of course not. How can you say such a thing after having an affair with a fiancé's friend?
But I've been working hard all my life to be the successor. I've been working hard ever since I joined the company after graduating from college. I've been actively attending all the company-related companies. I'm the heir to the company, and everyone around me knows it. And yet, it's all gone just because I cheated on you and broke off an engagement. This is ridiculous.
No, it's not. How can you say such a thing after having an affair? You betrayed not only me, but also the president of the company. There's no way they will let a man like you take over the company.
But there's no man in your family who can take over. You're an only child. They don't have any adopted children. So, how are they going to keep the company going? You and your parents have no choice but to rely on me.
That's why we already have the next heir.
What?
About the founder's grandfather's decision that only a man can succeed, my parents wanted to change that. Nowadays, it's old-fashioned to let only a man take over. For the development of a company, it's better to decide based on how excellent they are, rather than on gender.
Wait a minute. What is that? You're going to change the founder's policy on your own?
Yes, I am. Because the current owners are my parents.
What?
And the founder's grandfather passed away years ago. And it was my grandfather's wish that his successor should be a family man. It's not an official rule in the company. My father, the current president, has the right to make the decision.
That's a lie. Then what you said earlier about the next heir already being decided?
They're planning to have the current vice president take over. She's a woman, but she's extremely capable, and she has the trust of my father and other executives. I have no intention of taking over the company, and I have no objection to my father's decision.
Huh? You're kidding. That old hag is going to take over the company?
Oh, you're getting a lot of stares from her, right? I heard you were acting so big just because you thought you were the heir to the company. That's why the vice president was watching you very well. Your peers are getting more and more promoted. It's going to be tough after you're not officially the heir, but good luck with that.
You've gotta be kidding me. I've been thinking I'm the next president for a long time, and now you're telling me it was all a dream? That's a scam. It's unacceptable. I will not accept it.
Then what about you, who was engaged to me for many years and broke off the engagement right before the marriage? Now that the marriage is off the table, can I sue you for fraud?
Oh no, that's...
Don't be so dumb. Get off your high horse. Well then, thank you for all your hard work. It wasn't supposed to be like this, so I'm giving Tom back to you. I'm not marrying him. What? I don't want him back either. I don't need Tom. Take responsibility and get married. I don't need him either. Marriage to a man who can't even get on the top of the company is a waste of time. I'm never getting married. But you're pregnant with his child, aren't you? Are you going to have the baby and raise it by yourself? Of course that's a lie. It's just a lie to get married quickly. What? There's no way you can get pregnant so conveniently. You and Tom are all fools for believing my story.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm breaking up with Tom and not getting married. I have nothing to do with it. And yet, Tom's parents suddenly came to my house, saying I have to take responsibility for breaking off the engagement. Everything is so bad. What? My aunt did that? She said, take responsibility for my son for not becoming the president. She asked me to get down on my knees, apologize, and get married as soon as possible. She also wants me to take care of the house and give her all of my salary. She thinks I ruined her son's life not becoming president. She wants me to take responsibility for that and spend my life making amends. Wow, I can't believe that kind lady would say such a thing. I always thought she was kind with her smiling face, but I guess that's the true side of her. What on earth are you going to do about it? Tom told me that if the baby is alive, he will make the real one so I don't run away. He says he won't allow me to run away after ruining his life. He wants to make sure I will marry him. What am I going to do now? You're my friend. Help me. What? Friends? Who are you friends with? What? You're the one who cut off your friend first. Don't you dare come to me like that. Chloe, I'm sorry for everything I've done. I haven't been able to get a boyfriend. That's why I was a little desperate. I don't care about your situation. This whole situation is your own fault, so you're on your own. I don't know anything about it, and I'm not going to help you. After that, Mary tried to escape from Tom and the others somehow. But Tom said, "How much more shame can I bear? Losing my way to be president and losing my woman?" Tom submitted the marriage certificate on his own. After the forced marriage, they started living together at Tom's parents' house. And from then on, Mary was tormented by her mother-in-law and others every day. I heard that Tom quit our company saying, "I can't work anymore." There was no place at all that would hire him with as much the salary he used to receive. He was lured at a company by the words, "If you work hard, you'll be well paid." He is working hard every day without a break, going to work at 5 a.m. and leaving at 3 a.m.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.